Having a child does not make you automatically wise in the ways of parenting. I hate the phrase a mother's intuition or don't tell me how to raise my child. I grew up with a drug addict mother, clean and sober now, who may have done her best, but still failed in almost every aspect of raising children. I was given no guidance, and my mother accepted no help and lashed out at anyone who offered it. I knew many other parents who believed they were doing their best but were horribly damaging their kids. I hate hearing a mother say, "Don't tell me how to raise my child, maybe you should listen, you are making mistakes and everyone does." It needs to be more openly stated that no one has the gift of parenting the moment they pop out a child. We have to make it easier for parents to be open that they have no fucking clue what they're doing. Make it acceptable to say, "Hey, should I even do this? Or should I start doing this?" Stop allowing people to claim they know what they're doing because they pushed out a crotch goblin. You don't. No one does. We all learn as we experience it. Reading a Better Baby book doesn't make you an expert in childcare. Parenting classes should definitely be more of a thing for at least the first child. For those who admit that they don't know what they're doing and seek guidance, they should get proper advice and not some antiquated bullshit that was done 100 years ago. For example of old vs new, my grandmother told me to lock my 5-year-old son in a cabinet to teach him a lesson because that's what she would have done, and then she got mad when I told her that is how you damage your children. I'm a social work major with a psychology minor, so I know a little bit. Don't tell me how to raise my child basically just means you're dumb as rocks and would rather gamble with your child's well-being than listen to advice from someone who has more experience than you. In my opinion, having a kid is like driving. I don't need to have ever driven to tell you that your car is crashed. NICU nurse here, I personally don't have any kids. However, you would be surprised how defensive moms get when you try to teach them or show them how to do something with their baby. I understand that you've had 7 other kids, ma'am, but feeding your baby flat on its back with a bottle, well, you text, especially a preemie, is not correct. I've seen them post and say things along the lines of, "All these young girls telling me how to care for my baby when they've never had one." No, but I have been a NICU nurse for a long time and taken care of more babies, especially fragile, than you ever have. This isn't to say all moms are like this. The majority actually enjoy hearing input and learning about how to better care for their children. I get filled with all sorts of annoyance when I'm searching online for information about breastfeeding or child development or caring for a sick baby, and instead of information from pediatricians or early childhood experts, all I'm finding is mommy blogs written by some woman with 2 children under 4. In what way does this make you qualified to write on the internet about parenting, as if your extremely limited personal experience makes you an expert? The worst. I'll add to this that just because people may not have kids of their own does not make them blind to identifying when a parent is doing a bad job. Nor does having a kid make you superior than anybody else. These people are especially annoying to those of us who don't have kids of our own but have raised/are currently raising kids. Just about nothing drives me crazier than when some chick pops out a baby and immediately thinks she knows more than I possibly could in all my years raising kids just because her kid physically came from her body. Fuck that. I feel like there's a bit of gut feeling knowing here and there for babies, but I'm currently trying to raise an almost 2-year-old and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. She just runs around like a maniac, eating all the goldfish, yelling out the door at strangers, and snuggling after she smacked my glasses off my face. I can't give anyone advice except God help us all. That is an entitled parent's only defense. I also think it is possible for someone who doesn't have a child to know better than a parent. Just because a person doesn't have a kid, it doesn't mean that you can't know more about what is beneficial/harmful to a child. Different kids have different needs, but there are things that apply to all kids. I don't have a child, but if I saw a parent doing something that'll harm their kids, I should be able to say that they shouldn't do that. I don't, but I think that should be okay.